What if pain was no longer a concern? What if back pain in particular was no longer a concern? What if there was a way? My name is Renate. I'm a mentor, a coach, a certified Feldenkrais practitioner, and for many years I was the go-to person in back pain in Asia. People came to me when nothing else worked because I use an holistic approach, traditional exercise, Feldenkrais, and my proprietary system, the Power of Three. And I just conducted a short, really a quick start training for a very small group, how to eliminate back pain and some fundamentals, because I think the healing has to start from within. It has to start within, and it has to deal not just with the effects, with the symptoms, but going deeper, finding the root cause and shifting, whether it's the mindset or some movement habits or some nutrition, that the change can happen. Why I'm so passionate about it? Because it turns out the pandemic will not go away too soon, and more people spend more time again on computers, in front of the screen, in calls, Zoom meetings, online meetings of any kind. They sit still, and more people complain to me about neck pain and back pain. And what happens normally is when you're in pain, people tell you, oh, be careful, don't move, and people stop moving, which makes the pain even, aggravates the pain, right? But you have to know what to do, how to move, how to tweak, how to change, maybe slow it down. So this is what I teach in Feldenkrais as well. So basically it's the mindset. You have to shift the mindset from an open from a closed mindset to an open mindset, focusing on what is possible, what is it I want to achieve, being willing to do the work, being willing to accept that it's a journey. There are no quick fixes in my books, and by the way, I'm not a doctor. I'm just giving you guidelines, what has worked for me and what has worked for my clients based on my research, on public research, and on my experience. So everything I teach here is my intellectual property. So it's the mindset, right? Number two is the moves. If you do the same moves over and over again and you think there's a different result, you heard this before, it's like insanity, right? So you have to change something, but what is it? Where can you reduce the effort? So today we focus on sitting, the height of the stool, and what to focus on, and where to put the feet, and the spine, the head, where to sit bones, breathing, deep breathing, diaphragmatic breathing. So I added quite a few of those things. We did a small exercise about turning and how to engage the brain, the central nervous system, that once you get it, right? Just have to be aware, consciously aware, and then the shift will happen. And then I also shared mastery secrets I use in training with athletes, when I train myself, I use with CEOs, when we work on leadership, etc., etc. Some practical things, making the phone your friend, and things to do to get rid of pain, to be more energized, and to stay on track, right? So not too many people attended. Even so, I had a list. I wanted to keep it pretty small, but even there, the people who had signed up and registered did not show up. Guess what? We have heard this. You have heard this before. You know this probably from yourself. People are not vested and invested if it's for free. So this was a free training on Zoom, giving lots of value, giving lots of bonuses. There will be bonuses coming, so I will send the attendees some extra bonuses, which I usually charge for, just to make sure, since they showed up, that they create the momentum, that they move forward. So the two takeaways I got from the audience today is like, I am so afraid to move because the pain might come back. So fear is so powerful sometimes that we can have all the intention and we are hyped up, and then fear seeps in. What if I get injured again? What if this is not for me? What if I look stupid? What if it cost me too much money? What if all those excuses? What if? And when I say excuses, some of the fear is real, because what you think is real is real. It's your reality, right? So how can you deal with the fear? So I gave some practical strategies how to deal with the mindset, with the brain, to deal with the fear from the inside. Because if you say to somebody, like if you tell someone, it's okay, don't be afraid, it's just from the outside, right? And the brain again, he is afraid. So what can you do to reduce the fear? From pacing, quality or size of movement, to affirmations and number, which brings me to the takeaway number 2 of the other person was like future. Think of the future. What is the outcome? What is it I want to achieve, right? Because if you're afraid you get hurt and you have no aspiration, you have no vision, you might most likely say, I don't know you, but probably you will like, that's too cumbersome, and what if I get injured again, and what if the pain comes back, and all the fear takes over, because we are wired that we keep ourselves protected to survive. So then, the brain might think, too cumbersome, don't do anything, and you do not start to take action. So like in my high performance coaching, every session has something doable, a doable action step, and we gear towards the future. It has to be a future outcome. We don't want to dwell in the pain of the present. You have to deal with the present, of course, because this shapes your future, where you're going, right? But if you only dwell in the present, if you only dwell in the misery, if you only dwell in the things which do not work, it's really, really hard to get yourself out of there and keep moving forward towards your goal. So we did a very nice technique. I use myself nearly every single day. I have to say nearly every single day, because this week, actually, I think twice I have not done it. And I have a routine. Usually I do it at the end of a workout. It's like, don't forget about it. So have to do it. I just did it with those attendees, and I will do it with focusing on my outcome just after this call. But so fear is something, and very often the fear is there and it's not a real threat any longer, right? The issue is gone. You are healed from somewhere, from a previous injury, from a previous situation, but you still cling on. So maybe it's time to let go. So this is also something very important you have to do when it comes to healing and getting rid of pain. So anyway, so as I said, not too many people showed up because it's for free. People think it's not worth a lot. If you're here, if you want to learn more on how to deal with your pain, any kind of pain, whether it's back pain or whether it's fear holding you back, getting out of a painful situation, let me know. Send an email to uprundle06@gmail.com, just subject line pain. And if there is enough interest, I might possibly conduct another Zoom meeting on dealing with different aspects of pain and helping you get through those challenging times. I know you can do this on your own, but with a mentor who knows what they're talking about, a mentor who has done what you're about to do, right? I have done lots of things. I have generated lots of energy. I have been in lockdown. I have been in quarantine. I have been injured before I decided to take this seriously and find my own way of healing and not just, band-aiding some of the symptoms. I have moved to another country. I have given up a secure job. There was lots of fear and doubt, and I found ways to handle it and raise the bar. And I have taught and worked through this with clients, highly successful CEOs. And guess what? There are people like you and me. Maybe you are a CEO watching. We're all CEOs, at least CEO of our life, right? Let me know if you are courageous enough to tackle your fear and find ways to move forward, to live your life by design, a more energized, a more vibrant, maybe a wealthier, above all, a healthier life. Because if you have all the money in the world, but if you are so feared, that's one of those days. We are on and off the internet. So if you are one of those and you decide finally it's time to start living again, despite all the mayhem around us, reach out to me, rprandl06@gmail.com. Pain is the subject line, and if there are enough people, I might as well conduct another training helping you for free. Thank you for watching. My name is Renate Prandl, and as a mentor, my mission is to help more people step into their own power, get from pain into their own power, have more choice, more freedom, more confidence, and take responsibility for your life, for your health, for your finances, for your relationships, the way you show up. Thank you for watching. I love you guys. Auf Wiedersehen.